In today's video, I'll be doing a week in review and take a look at some major events that are happening next week along with chart analysis. Alright, so as you can see here, the first thing that I wanted to bring up in this video is some Bitcoin technical analysis. As you can see, Bitcoin on the daily looks not so great. As you can see, it is under the 200 and 100 SMA, and most recently it bounced off of this 100 SMA, and it went all the way from 97,000 all the way back down to 89K. We're just kind of consolidating right now, and overall, Bitcoin has been pretty rough over the past few days and hasn't done that great. But I think that we will likely see a pullback to these levels right here, and then we may see a bounce off of that. And now let's take a look on Bitcoin on the weekly. Now, as you can see on the weekly, Bitcoin is looking pretty well. It has held this 100 SMA very well, and it continues to balance off of it. I think that if we break this 100 SMA, we are definitely going to head lower. But if we can hold this, then Bitcoin is looking to head higher. And now let's talk about some key financial events that are happening. The most important thing that is happening next week is the Federal Reserve interest rate decision. The Fed is expected to announce its latest rate policy, which could signal further cuts or pauses amid ongoing inflation data. It is already pretty much priced in that they're not going to cut rates. So unless they do cut rates, which would be bullish for the market, honestly, I don't think there will be anything of a huge move. And yeah, this is a major catalyst for risk assets, but it could hit other names too. Another thing is that there's major tech earning reports. 4 out of the 7 Mag 7 companies are reporting, including Tesla, Microsoft, and Meta, and Apple. These names often drive NASDAQ sentiment and could spill over to related sectors. Another major event is a U.S. government funding deadline, and Congress faces a deadline to avoid a partial shutdown, which, although there was a shutdown in November, many of you may remember that, but it was not good for the markets, and it kind of stagnated the markets, and they just consolidated. And for anything else, there isn't really any huge news. The Clarity Act is still being discussed, so that's for crypto. I think that the Senate will eventually pass this bill, but it may have some changes. But probably in late February, early March is when this will get passed. Space defense stocks, they have a bunch or significant 2026 catalysts include Neutron's rocket first launch, a record number of Electron launches driving revenue, new contracts, and potential acquisitions, and broader sector tailwinds like SpaceX's $1.5 trillion IPO. It's for Rocket Lab. Let me see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the stocks, but overall, the most impactful things for next week will definitely be the Federal Reserve interest rate decision and the tech earnings. Now, for a weekly recap, the past week I am down about 5.42%. This is mainly because my RZLV AI calls are down. I think I'm down about 40% on the calls, but it's really not that bad. And I think that RZLV will eventually get to the strike price of 5. It's just a matter of when. And then Ondas also didn't fare that well this week. I think it was down about 7%, which isn't that great, but I'm still up over 70% or around like 65-70% on the position. Sorry. Iron was a major winner of this week. The company is up about. Um, oh, that's weird. Are you sure it was? I thought it was up, but maybe I'm just wrong. But overall, I'm still up 26% on Iron, and Galaxy did kind of lag behind this week. But overall, on the position, I'm still up 22%. So this week was a slight pullback, but overall, it wasn't that bad for markets. Um, some charts to take a look at, or that I've been looking at, include Lightpath, which took a pretty big hit, but the fundamentals still look strong. I think this company could continue going up. Um, Ondas has been consolidating for a bit. It seemed to not be able to break this like 15 level right here, and instead it has just been consolidating. But I think this is good because if Ondas continues to coil up, as you can see here, maybe for, I don't know, 2 weeks, something like that, I think we'll see a big move. This could be up or down, um, but yeah, it all really depends on if we have bullish news. Their earnings are pretty far out, so there's not much to see there. But there's been some more defense companies that I've been looking into recently. These include Kratos Defense and Security Solutions and AVAV. AVAV is looking really good right now. The pullback has been kind of hard. As you can see, the stock is down almost 20%, but it's mainly because the stock has just ran up so high, from 229 all the way to like 400. So it's been cooling off a bit, but this is definitely a good time to get in if you're a fan of the defense sector. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, another company that I'm looking at is ZETA. It's kind of similar to Resolve, as where it's like an AI marketing play. So that's another one I'm looking at. But yeah, overall, it was basically a flat week, I would say. I'm expecting maybe some more consolidation next week, but overall, I don't think we'll see any huge moves. All right, thank you guys.